But first, he embodied hope and change for millions of Guineans. Captain Moussa Dadis Camara came to power in the West African nation last December in a bloodless coup that followed the death of longtime leader Lansana Conté. But 9 months on, his rule is increasingly contested, with hundreds protesting in the streets of Conakry at his possible candidacy in the upcoming elections. Moussa Dadis Camara, a man with uncontrolled excesses, has consolidated his grip on power, taking on a wide range of issues from corruption to drugs. Guinea's junta's war on drugs has led to the arrests of many civilians and military, including the sons of late President Conté. Whether these detentions are justified remains a mystery. It's an exclusive report in Conakry by our correspondent Alain Chabot.
We're at the headquarters of Conakry's Anti-Drug and Crime Ministry. An elite special unit has been created by the junta to deal with the problems of cocaine trafficking in the country, which is a hub on the drug route from Latin America to Europe. It's a former lieutenant who's taken on this high-profile task for the military junta in power. Follow him in a sensitive investigation that involves the former president's son. Moussa Conté, the man in the pink-striped T-shirt, was filmed at a hearing conducted by the minister. He's accused of using one of his companies, Mosmar, as a cover to traffic drugs.
This guy, Moussa Conté, who's the son of President Conté, and who was used by the Mosmar company as a way to facilitate their fraudulent actions, this guy, well, he's an idiot who doesn't know anything. He's illiterate. I say this because he's the only member of the Conté family who was arrested in connection with the toxic materials used in the manufacture of drugs.
A large quantity of chemical products was found in this factory, located on Conté's family property just 2 hours from the capital. Officially, the Mosmar company produces biodiesel fuel, but the junta suspects that barrel-stamped sodium methylate and methanol found at the facility are being used to refine cocaine that's come from Colombia. An on-site lab has also raised questions. Investigators are certain the lab's been used for drug trafficking. Since its discovery, the factory has been shut and is under 24-hour guard by the police. A whole series of storage sites around Conakry have been searched in the same way. Massive quantities of chemicals have left local experts in no doubt.
Our conclusion is that we have an unbelievable quantity of these substances in Guinea that could be used in several ways. Even in Guinea's understanding, it's about the manufacture of 6 categories of drugs.
Which ones?
We have ecstasy, injectable heroin, and cocaine at different levels of purity.
Those observations are partly verified by an international mission of experts brought in by the UN and Interpol. The specialists confirmed the presence of equipment that could be used in secret labs, like this homemade mixer used to fabricate synthetic drugs. No narcotics caches were found during searches, but there was a vast quantity of chemicals used in their manufacture.
Now,
the question that people are asking is whether these products are used only for making drugs, because others disagree and say these are products that are used to manufacture biofuels. The UN experts have not decided.
Ces thèses sont soutenables. Les experts des Nations Unies ne nous ont rien dit.
Moussa Conté and his alleged cronies have all been turned in since the Justice Department charged them with drug trafficking. They are now being held at Conakry's central prison, along with another of the former president's sons. Former head of the Presidential Guard, Captain Ousmane Kanti, has been held since January in a building reserved for leaders from the old regime. With him are 180 military policemen and magistrates, all formally charged with complicity with drug traffickers.
No one's being targeted, and there's no settling up. We take the facts and nothing but the facts. Ousmane Conté, since you talked to him when he was arrested, well, he didn't completely deny his involvement with these networks. Someone who's implicated in narco-trafficking networks will be arrested and tried under the laws of the Republic.
The junta is actively preparing for the trial of those implicated in these drug cases. With presidential elections announced for January, there are strong political overtones surrounding the process. But even if their former guards are in jail, the real drug traffickers remain at large, and their networks are just waiting for things to quiet down to resume their trafficking.